Hello there and welcome to Electric Exclusive. Today we're going to pit two of the most powerful and most incredible EVs on the market against each other. The Toyota Sequoia 2023 and the Hummer EV. Stay with us as we analyze which one of these vehicles is the better choice. Let's get right into it. As the EV market continues to grow and car manufacturers continue to transition and not only make new EV models, but switch some of their already pre-existing models to hybrid and electric, it seems more likely that in the next few decades, we just might completely make the switch away from combustion engines. There are a few models right now that have managed to switch their engine types, and both of the vehicles in today's videos are vehicles that have. The fact that both the Sequoia and the Hummer EV are SUVs, though the Hummer does have a pickup model, is a plus, as this helps the diversity in the EV market. It's important to note that the Sequoia is not a fully electric vehicle, and instead has a hybrid engine. How much that will affect its chances in this competition is yet to be seen. Now let's go ahead and see which one of these vehicles we'd rather get on an $80,000 budget, shall we? The winner of today's competition will be decided by which vehicle takes the most points when we take into account the various deciding factors, which are price, range, design, top speed, power, acceleration, and charging access. Are you ready? We know we are. So first up, price. The Toyota Sequoia starts at $59,795 and goes up all the way to a pricey $75,300 for the capstone model of the SUV. The Hummer EV comes in at just over $80,000 and goes up all the way to over $100,000. Yes, it's definitely quite pricey and will certainly leave a bigger dent in your wallet than the Sequoia. The difference in pricing is pretty obvious and is bound to discourage a few prospective buyers who will be more attracted to a vehicle with a more pocket-friendly price. So yes, the Sequoia easily wins this one. The next important factor for us to consider: range. Range is the next biggest consideration for potential buyers. A vehicle with good range is a big plus, as it means that not only is the vehicle a better choice for day-to-day activities and tasks, like commuting to and from work and going out for groceries, but long trips as well. The larger the range vehicles, particularly electric vehicles, have, the more appealing they are to a larger demographic of people. So what do these two vehicles offer? The Hummer EV truck has a 300+ mile range on a 210 kWh battery, which is pretty impressive if you ask us. It might not be the best range out, as there are vehicles like the Cybertruck that have an amazing 500+ range, but is still capable and can meet the needs of most people. Things get a little confusing when it comes to the Sequoia. It's a little hard to judge based on the size of its battery alone, because as we mentioned previously, this is a hybrid vehicle. To some people, this might seem a little unfair, but hey, it is what it is. This seems to balance out, as there is currently no official information on what the range is on the Sequoia, and so it defaults. The Hummer wins this. And so, we move on to the next spec, the design. Design is very important, as it gives the car character. The thing about design, however, is that it has more to do with individual taste than anything else. However, certain design choices make a bold statement and are eye-catching, and this is what we will be looking out for when comparing these two vehicles. The Sequoia played things safe and went for a simple yet familiar design. It actually looks very similar to the new Toyota Tundra. Now, in a way, this was a wise decision to make. First, it shows that not much has changed with the product line, and you get the same performance and reliability that you have always gotten with the Sequoia over the years. However, some people would say that the design is uninspiring, and they should have taken a little more risk with the design. When it comes to risk though, the Hummer did just that, and went with a whole new and brave design. Up next, we have top speed. This one will be brief. The Hummer EV reaches speeds of up to 106 miles per hour. Sources aren't clear on what the top speed is for the Sequoia, but expectations are that it will match or even supersede its predecessor, the Sequoia 2022, which has a top speed of 115 miles per hour. So assuming Toyota can replicate the speed of the earlier model of the Sequoia this year, it's pretty obvious that the Sequoia will win this. Enjoying the video so far? Don't forget to drop a like, it really helps the channel. Also, tell us in the comments what you think about these two amazing vehicles. Do you think the Sequoia is at an advantage or disadvantage because of its engine type? We'd like to know. Next, let's discuss power. Power is one of the more glamorous specs of vehicles. How much horsepower a car can generate and how efficiently it can use it is a big deal for manufacturers and buyers alike, and it isn't hard to see why. Vehicles are for more than just moving from one place to the other. Vehicles carry things, vehicles tow, so the power the car creates is very necessary. So let's see what these vehicles are capable of. The Sequoia, with its 437 horsepower engine, can tow over 9,000 pounds. That's pretty powerful for an SUV, and it means that you could attach an RV to it and drive comfortably. It's a solidly powerful machine. The Hummer EV is also powerful, but it doesn't come close with the 7,500-pound towing capacity. Acceleration-wise, the Sequoia goes from 0 to 60 in just under 6 seconds, which isn't bad for an SUV. The Hummer absolutely demolishes the Sequoia in terms of acceleration, going from a standstill to 60 miles an hour in just 3 seconds. For a vehicle of that size, that's quite impressive. So yes, if you're ever at a traffic stop in a Sequoia and get challenged by the Hummer that pulls up to you to a drag race, don't do it. Now let's talk about the all-important charging access. Charging an EV is pretty easy, at least if you're in the US it is. There are over 30,000 charging stations out there and just about anyone can use. In fact, Tesla allows anyone to use their dedicated charging stations. So it's not exclusive to Tesla owners. That's a welcome development and props to Tesla for that. There are also a ton of level 2 charging outlets, which offer EV drivers 240-volt charging for their vehicles and are located in easy-to-locate places all over. However, we will discuss just how easy it is to charge without a charging station, as most people who own these vehicles will likely charge at home. The good news is that both of these vehicles have AC chargers that owners can use to charge, though they both have different approaches to it. Toyota has its wall box chargers, which offer relatively faster charging than a regular AC socket provides. These Type 2 chargers offer relative ease as they can be installed in your garage or driveway. Owners can also schedule and monitor charging, so there is a lot of value packed into this product. The Hummer, on the other hand, does not have a dedicated Type 2 charger just yet, which is a bit of a bummer. Perhaps with time, though, they will adopt this too. So we've gone through all the categories to decide which vehicle is the better of these two, and it seems pretty obvious who our winner is. The 2023 Toyota Sequoia simply dominates in most aspects of this contest, and clearly comes out on top. And so our pick for this matchup is the 2023 Toyota Sequoia. Well, that's the end of this video. Subscribe to our channel so you keep getting amazing EV content like this. Also, turn on notifications to get alerted to freshly uploaded videos as they drop. We hope you have a wonderful time, and we'll see you real soon.